Hi, and welcome to HUR at Home Ladies Night. I'm your host, Angela Stribling, and if you listen to any of the ladies' shows recently, you already know tonight is going to be so lit. There is so much to talk about, and who better to weigh in? But listen, I want you to tell all your friends to join us right now. We're going to be here for at least 30 minutes, and we want you to be a major part of the conversation. So don't be shy, don't be afraid to comment, but let's get it all started. Starting with Autumn Joy, your midday love.
Hi.
Hey, aw, look at that sweet face.
Hello.
Coka-Lani, come on in here, lady.
Hello.
Hi. And Nina Brown, but she's running a little bit late. She'll be right back, having a few technical issues as it happens in these, this is where we are now. Everything is online. You never know what's going to happen. But she'll be here in just a second. But how are you ladies doing? You look amazing.
I'm good.
Yeah?
Oh, doing well.
How about you, Coka-Lani? You good?
I'm doing well. Praying everyone is well. Can we say a special prayer for DMX real quick?
Yeah, we were gonna, but first let's welcome Nina Brown.
No!
Yes!
Nina. Ooh, ooh.
Special prayer for me. I got new internet and it's acting crazy tonight.
We need to pray for DMX and Nina's internet.
Internet.
You know what? I mean, DMX, did you see that story of how he even got hooked on crack?
Yeah.
I was tearing up. He was 14 years old, and it was an older guy that he really looked up to, and he said he didn't smoke or drink or anything, and at first the guy was rapping and he was beatboxing, right? And then the guy said, let's switch places, but why don't you hit this? And the joint was laced with crack. At least that's what DMX said in an interview. It's just so sad.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, there's so many different waves of emotion, that you get when you hear that, the fact that whoever the person is at 14, 15 years old, where are you mentally that you knowingly give a child a laced blunt? I think he said it was like a laced blunt or something like that.
Yeah. That's what he said. And he was saying, and this was an adult, this was an older guy who he looked up to so much.
Yeah.
And, I really, such a talented man. And I'm glad we're just all praying for him. And it was nice that they had that. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I worked with him several times. We did a few shows in Philly.
Oh.
And so, I've had him one-on-one, a lot of energy when he's around you. So much energy, and there is always a lingering smell of marijuana when he is around you. I remember he came to our studio one time, and it was just like, wow, I got a contact. But he has so much energy, so positive, and he's a believer. I love it. I think it was back in 2013 when he renewed himself, and he's just very vocal. And I just pray, and he's left so many great songs and spoken word. He's a spoken word artist as well. So just our prayers up for him.
I was going to say,
Roger, thank you.
One time,
go on, Nina.
One time we had him booked to perform at Frank's Cheese Restaurant down in Atlanta. And I had handled all of that, right? I was over all of the celebrity VIP people. And he was scheduled to go on at 11 p.m. And by midnight, he still wasn't there. So I was blowing up his manager. I was so pissed because we had already sent a huge deposit. He finally gets there at 1 or 1:30 a.m. And you want to be so mad, right? I'm when he gets here, I'm going to go off on him. And no, he didn't.
Right.
And then he walks up to me and he's like, Nina, in his voice, he's like, I'm so sorry. And I was his charisma and his energy is so kind. That even though you want to be, he's one of those people even though you want to be mad at him, his energy is so kind that I was okay, I'm not going to be mad anymore. He really does have that you want to wrap your arms around him and just love on him.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Yeah.
Roger said, I'm sorry, I was just going to read Roger's comment. I could only imagine how much better DMX could have been without being introduced to crack. His trust was forever destroyed. Yeah, from that point on, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, with all of these false stories that keep coming out, man. It's like I said, an emotional roller coaster. The first false one was, he's breathing on his own. But then his lawyers came back out and said, no, that was false information. And like I said on my show today, I'm just so confused. Like who's giving his lawyers this fake information? I thought these were supposed to be credible doctors, but I digress.
Yeah.
Then the one today where he had COVID, then, headlines were picking that up. Then it came back out that no, he doesn't have COVID. So it's just that, like, at this point, I'm just going to keep saying my prayers. And, I just hope and pray that, that he does make a turn for the better.
Yeah, same here. God bless him. Okay, so I think it was Coka-Lani who brought this to our attention. The TikToker, Maya Johnson, set that up for us in case people didn't see it.
So she talked about it on her show earlier this week. So you know how a lot of people are on TikTok doing dances, and we all know about cultural appropriation, right? And a lot of night shows, they like to introduce what's going on, what's hip, what's hot,
Right.
They never really bring the people who created it. They sort of have like an interpreter. So Autumn Joy, you go ahead and take the story.
Well, I'm going to have Autumn introduce this other hot story. I was trying to get everybody involved. That's why.
Anyway, Maya did this dance on TikTok, and basically Jimmy Fallon had a segment on his show. Now, on the segment of the show, they were showing the latest dances, and I'm not sure. Let's bring Autumn in. Autumn with the
Yes. Come on, Autumn.
Well, you know what? The names kind of escape me, but the gist of
Addison Ray.
Okay, yeah. So Addison Ray, she's got like millions of followers on social media. So let me just say this first. I understand was it Jimmy Fallon? I understand what his people were trying to do. She has a big following, so they were hoping for like promotional purposes. She'd post it on her platforms, they would get all these views. I get it. But where they dropped the ball was introducing it like she invented these dance moves without doing their research first, because the dances that she was doing were to songs that already had dances that any normal person knew, like, okay, these are already TikTok dances that she joined together, and it kind of passed it off like they were hers. And again, I said this in my commentary, that's American History 101. Black people do something, and especially in the entertainment industry, and then white America comes and takes it like it's theirs. And we see it's riddled throughout the music industry. So of course, social media was up in arms. They're like, well, hold on. Such and such did this dance first. Such and such did this dance first. Oh, and such back there did this dance first. So it would have been cool if you had gave the Black artists that created these dances those opportunities, instead of being, making it seem like that this Caucasian young lady is the first person to do it. So of course, clean up on aisle 12. They invited them. I think they're coming on. I think
next Monday.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, I guess.
Yeah. It's got it anticlimactic. So it's what it said.
I believe a little white girl invented like a cool rhythmic hip hop dance. Like, who would be stupid to believe that?
Who will believe that Elvis Presley? No, you know what? Let me stop. All I'm saying.
Thank you very much. Nobody talks about Jackie Wilson. It's like Elvis Presley. Well, where did he steal those moves?
Kim Kardashian did the box braids, right?
Mm-hmm. The boxer braids is what they called them. All right, come on. Cultural appropriation. Exactly.
Speaking of the Kardashians. So how about that picture of Khloe? Oh my gosh. And so whoever wants to set that up, please do.
Well, I would say Coka-Lani, because she's the one that popped it in our group chat.
Well, I'll just set it up. Kanye West in-laws, the Kardashians, how they've all had the nice improvements on their body parts and everything. and Khloe's had a lot of work done over the years. She's done a full transformation, and basically, apparently there was a photo that was leaked of her maybe a couple of days ago. Someone from her team leaked a photo of her in a bikini, and Khloe's put her team out. They tried to shut the internet down and like erase any copy of the photo. And all it was her prior to getting plastic surgery with her normal body, no makeup on.
She looked great.
look great. And she basically had her plastic surgeons company. They have a business a business Twitter. She got their Twitter shut down because she believes the leak came from there. But, she just shut down everything because this photo came out. And it just shows you, has vanity gone that far that an old photo can come out that you just want to shut down the internet because you don't want anyone to see it? I mean, I don't understand. What's your take on that? I mean,
I'm not even mad at it, to be honest with you. I mean, honey, let me tell you something. When my best friend or my girlfriend tag me on a photo on IG that I'm not my best, I'd be like, don't tag me on that.
Well, that is a good point.
We always post, our best photos or photos that we feel like are our best or make us look good in the light. I've never posted a photo when I'm just waking up or when I look crazy or my face is like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to do that. So even though I'm nowhere near on that level, like, I'm still very cognizant of the photos I post on social media. I don't even like posting photos of my house. Like, I'm particular about the angles. Like, this is the most people can even see in my house. This is a room in my house, my office. But because I just don't like, I'm kind of private when it comes to that,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I mean, she's a Kardashian. She's making millions of dollars on her image, on her looks. That's a part of like her money. Honestly, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
You know what? You do raise a good point because I do get upset if someone like, you're with your girls or you're with your sweetheart and anyway, a picture gets posted that you do not approve of because it is all about the angles. You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And they're trying to convince you, oh, no, you look so good. You better take it down, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Well, really quickly, I was just going to say, so I believe the picture was from Easter. So what I read was that her grandma took the picture, right? Yeah. And apparently one of her assistants posted the picture thinking that it was going to be okay. Yeah. And the picture was up. It was up for a little while. But I guess
she
Khloe
looks cute.
Yeah. Like I found the picture. I posted it on my Instagram story. I had people voting but what it is we have gotten to the point in society to where we can't even appreciate what natural beauty looks like. Right. But then the other side of that coin is that the Kardashians have literally built their empire on their looks. They have built what they're doing. Everything is based off of their image. And so if you look at Khloe, and this is what kind of struck me as like kind of weird. It's like, Khloe, you have way worse pictures of yourself out there.
Yeah.
Why was this picture? Definitely. Why did this picture trigger you? So again, yeah. Yeah, and it got so bad that like Kim was in people's DMs like asking them to please take the picture down. And it really is mind-boggling to me because I'm a little bit like, really? But I mean,
threatening lawsuits. I could see if she looked like really bad. They're like threatening to sue you if you don't take this picture down. Yeah. We're going to shut you down.
Yeah, it's just so odd. And to Nina's point, I mean, I do think that especially Facebook is notorious for this. Like somebody will tag you in a picture and you'll be like,
you know what? You said it so
stuff all in your tweet.
You know that, right? You said it so no one can tag you unless you approve it, right? You know.
Yeah. Mine is that. I have that.
You're like, oh, girl, you look great, and I'll be like, I look crazy. I really look beautiful. Like my best friend and I, like my best friend, we have code. We neither of us post photos of each other unless we hey, is this photo cool? Like
that's what we do.
That's what me and my best friend do.
Yeah.
We just it's gonna live forever. People gonna screenshot and send it to each other's DMs. It's just like what we do out of respect for each other. So
exactly.
I understand to a small degree of like what happened there. I don't think I don't have enough money to shut the internet down if a photo. But hey,
and again, I mean, it wasn't really that bad. I mean, to go that far. To Autumn's point, I mean, I could see if she was really looking busted on there. But, I mean, to me, she wasn't. To us, she wasn't. But to her, I guess. She has her standards. Let's see. Okay, we're getting a lot of attention here in the comments. We're not ignoring you. Songbird, their whole existence is built off of vanity and fakeness. That's really true. Jonathan says hi to all of us. Yeah, Roger. Vanity and social media has made the Kardashians into billionaires. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not upset about that. So, oh my gosh. Well, there's a lot to unpack in this conversation. You want to get to the spicy, juicy one right now, ladies?
Juicy.
I mean, this one came on my radar from Autumn Joy Live. What's your favorite show? And yes. And respectfully cheating. I mean, do those words even belong together? No, I don't think so. If you're cheating, that's not respectful. However, so Autumn, if you could set this one up for us, I'm not sure that everyone here in the comments saw that and heard you.
Yeah. So, for my Talk to Me Tuesday segment, I found a very interesting clip. So there's a show called Notorious Queens. And there's a girl on there. What is her name? Megan James. So Megan James pretty much alluded to the fact that if her man cheats, he has to cheat respectfully. And by that, and I don't know if you ladies got a chance to listen to the clip that I sent you guys. Yeah. So pretty much what she was saying is like, look, your man's cheating, whether you know it or not, but she just wants to make sure that her man isn't like bringing home any STDs to her, isn't having any outside babies, is using protection, cheat respectfully because men are going to cheat anyway. So just cheat respectfully on me. And so, of course, that opened up Pandora's box. Like people were going in on the comments. So before I give my my thoughts on it, ladies, I really do want to hear your takeaway on cheating respectfully.
And the comments, please weigh in on this. We want everybody to give us your thoughts. Isabella is cracking up. She's just like, LOL. Roger, so she has settled pretty much. That's kind of what I think. Yeah. Estella said, how can you do that? So, all right. So Coka-Lani, go for it.
I just, and I read some of
Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn. I read some of the comments under the post that you sent, Autumn. And a lot of people, they said a few things that I agree with. They said, she really doesn't know her worth. Some people were like, see, it's women like that mess it up for other Black women, because then men be like, well, see, she's all right with cheating respectfully, but if you're okay with your man sleeping with others, that's not your man. He belongs to the community. That's the street. And my thing is, if you're not married and you're dating and just, someone else said, just say you're okay with an open relationship. But if you're saying cheat respectively, that's an oxymoron. And if you want to cheat, if one woman is not enough for you, if I'm not enough for you, you got to go do that. You're not ready for me. I'm not going to settle. And people treat you the way you allow them to treat you. You have to set the standard. And if a man knows she's all right with me going out as long as you don't post nothing on the internet, just don't, wear a condom, then they're going to have that permission slip. And I personally, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that at all.
Esham raises a good point. She's in it for, what was it now? Where did it go?
Oh,
she's in it for the benefits, not for love. That is probably right. You can cheat respectfully and you will disrespectfully get messed up. I hear you, Songbird. Style Infinity, that's Lynn. She goes, no. Stephanie, who cheats respectfully? So, and David says, so it was a woman who came up with respectfully cheating? I see. I love these. Keep the comments coming. All right, Nina Brown, what are your thoughts?
I've always said cheating is a deal breaker for me without question. Like, I just have a zero tolerance and just the way my self-worth is set up. But the caveat is, I've always said, if you cheat on me, you better make sure I never, ever find out. Like, you better make sure that thing is wrapped so tight, you know what I mean, that I never find out. Because if I find out, I'm done. Like, I'm done. I'm not even trying to hear your story. I'm done. So, in my mind, if you're going to cheat, the most respectful way you can do it is to make sure I never, not today, not 5 years from now, not 10 years from now, not 20 years from now. Because even if I find out in 2 decades, I'm done.
It's retroactive.
That's right. So that's as respectful as it can get in my mind is that I never find out.
And I mean, and it's not like guys are the only ones who cheat. And they say that women are better at it because just like you're saying, Nina, cover your tracks. Unfortunately, the guys aren't as thorough as women. We will, if we wanted to cheat, you will never.
Would he allow her to cheat respectfully, though? Would he allow her to cheat respectfully? Come on.
Of course not. They can't handle what
I don't
handle.
I think what a lot of people said is if it's an open relationship, I mean, that's something different. That's different. What do you think, Autumn?
Woo-wee, ladies. I'm on the other side of this coin, respectfully. No.
Okay. Good.
Well, so here's my thought process. I understand why she said what she said. I mean, she's young. She's a reality star, so she's probably not really had great great history when it comes to dating. She's probably speaking from a place where all of her guys maybe cheated on her. So she could be to a point where it's like, you know what? Men are going to cheat. If you're going to cheat, just do it. And almost to Nina's point, don't let me find out. So be respectful if you're going to cheat. So it's like, I get what she's saying. So for instance, like, God forbid, if my boo decided that he wanted to do a little something, I would want him to be respectful. I would want him to not bring me anything home, not be out here having babies. And because you can't control what other people do. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, I get her sentiment. I see what she's saying. I don't believe all men cheat. So I don't think that needs to be something for all men across the world or whatever. But I understand what she's saying. Like, if you're going to date, a lot of times women, we want a man that has status. We want a man that has money, this, and that. And that comes with attention. It could potentially come with women that whatever. And like the Bible says, the flesh is weak. So if something does happen, cheat on me respectfully.
Okay. And I love the fact that you've got another perspective because it's better when we're not all agreeing on everything and everybody deserves to live their life the way they choose to. So for me, I am, what'd you say? Yeah. I mean, seriously. So I think, somebody said something about Rich. That's like saying Rich can cheat as long as you don't find out. That's BS. No, but just respect me enough not to cheat. I'm with you, Songbird. And if you do, then I'm not for you. This is how I feel about the situation. I think, yes. Now, as I've been real transparent about my love life with you ladies and everybody who watches us. And I have been in, I've had long-term relationships and unfortunately they ended because they cheated. Not everybody is a cheater, but when I'm cheated on, I'm gone. I feel like I don't want to be in a relationship like that. I've been in one where I forgave and it happened again. I'm like, you know what? This is just not, I can't do it. I don't want to be, if you're late, I don't want to be there thinking, oh my gosh, is he out with somebody else? Or I need to give you a lot of rope and just be free in my mind and knowing that you won't do that. You won't betray me like that because it is a betrayal. If you're a cheater, you're a liar. And that means it's not just that you were with another woman, but that means you looked me right in my face and you lied and you covered your tracks. And so one lie begets another because it's not just one, it's a whole thing. Mm-hmm. So it's not respectful. And that I'm big on respect. If you don't respect me, you can't be with me because I respect you. And if I don't respect you, I'm not going to be with you either, Nina.
Can I say something? I had this epiphany the other day. I had this realization the other day. And I'm not saying...
I love that it's freezing. It's so cute.
It's still freezing? Is it freezing?
A little bit, but that's okay.
Okay. So my realization is, and again, I'm with Autumn, not all men cheat, not all women cheat, but a lot of people do. And I say, for all the relationships that have been married 30 to 50 years, and we're like, oh my God, goals, right? The truth of the matter is, a lot of them have endured infidelity. The difference between them and us and other people is that they decided that they were going to tolerate it and recover from it and forgive from it. But I'm working.
That's true.
I know I don't have. I pray for actually a little bit more of that grace, because I have zero in me. And sometimes I wish that I was able to be like, okay, people make mistakes, give them a chance. I don't have that. And I want actually more of that, because I'm actually worried that I will never have that story to be like, I've been married 50 years, because of the fact that as soon as you cheat, and that's been a lot of my relationships, I'm done. I'm out.
I don't agree with you, Nina. I don't agree with you at all, because again, all men do not cheat. And I believe you can have that happy relationship with someone. Yes, I agree that there are some women who are like, you know what, he's a good man. Especially back in the day, women used to marry to more for them to provide, more than anything else. If they were a good provider and all this other stuff, and, you know, they treated them well, and they would hang in there, you know, and tolerate a whole lot of BS. Whereas these days, a lot of us are bosses, and we...
How do you know they weren't cheating back in the day? They didn't have social media.
No, they probably were. I'm saying a lot of them were. And the women were like, okay, well, I'll just hang in here. Whereas these days, you know, women don't have to. But I don't think you have to settle for someone who cheats and be ready to just forgive them if they cheat. I think there are enough good men out there who will cherish you and not.
I just think we're not realistic with the number of successful relationships, because we only see the end result in the bigger picture.
Yeah.
The cracks in those relationships, every marriage, every relationship has gone through some ish, and
they go through some stuff.
They don't feel it, but yet they know what they went through. They know that they've been. So that's all I'm saying, is that we're so quick to praise 30-year relationships. Yeah. Have no clue what they were through.
But there's a difference.
That's so true. Very good point.
But there's a difference, Nina. I hear what you're saying, and I totally agree. You know, one day I want to say, oh, I'm celebrating my 25th anniversary. But there's a difference between saying he had an incident, we know it was wrong, we talked about it, he's repented, meaning turned his actions, and that's not going to happen again, than giving him a get out of jail free card saying, baby, you can do it as long as you, I mean, when you give someone permission, as long as I don't find out, you're giving them permission to act a certain way. But when you're in a relationship and an accident happens, you're in a relationship, you're saying, I don't want you to get in a car accident. You know, but if you get in a car accident, don't do too much damage. So somebody's like, well, I can get in a couple car accidents here and there. She ain't gonna get mad. But if you're telling somebody, don't you mess up my car, if you want to drive, they're gonna have a different respect level for you. So I think marriages, like you said, the endurance level, understanding love. But I think when you give someone that blanket, baby, you can cheat, you're already settling by giving him a permission to do that. I
don't think that's what was meant by it. And I think there's a lot of women who say, absolutely do not cheat, and we cannot control what a man does, no matter the values, no matter the threats we make, no matter the scars and the traumas we tell them. A man is going to do, an individual is going to do what an individual so
you control what you settle for. You control what you have in your life. A man can
that point right there.
That man in your life. So if you choose to keep that man who does whatever he wants, that's on you. Don't say that's what all men do. You chose to keep that man.
All men do that.
But you decide what you keep and tolerate in your life. And if you choose,
and all I'm saying is that a lot of women are tolerating more than they will ever reveal to you or I or anybody else. And that might be the difference between a lot of the relationships that make it 50 years and the relationship that make it 3 years.
We gotta have those couples on there. We can't determine and do a general blanket statement to say that they tolerate it.
No, but to Nina's point, I agree with you, because I mean, in any relationship, you've got to decide what it is that you are willing to deal with and not deal with. Just on the cheating, just on that alone, that for me that's my deal breaker. I mean, but there are plenty of other issues, I'm sure, in a relationship that you have to grow through and work through if you want it to work. That's that one, well, that and abuse.
And they say
the cheating and abuse, those two, that I'm not willing to.
And I think a lot of
willing to do
that do happen are not so much from infidelity. They say usually it's finances and other things. So cheating is one thing, but I don't think when you look at the statistics right now, and don't quote me, but I've heard finances and things like that were.
Oh yeah, that's up at the top. Right. Number one.
If you're going to cheat on me, be respectful with your cheating, baby.
I mean, so normally Nina reads all the comments between Nina and Coka-Lani, and the comments are lit.
standard time. Baby, I will never settle. That's why I will be single forever if I have to be. But I'm just saying, I'm with Autumn Joy too. Like, I believe that there's a lot relationships being married and not the marriage not working out. I learned that it is a lot harder than we think it is, and it's a lot more cracks to discuss than we imagine there is. Trust me, believe it is not what it looks like from what meets the eye.
Roger wrote, he says, cheating and being remorseful is one thing. If he or she does it continually, definitely more of a mental abuse, and that really sends the one being hurt into a downward spiral.
Yeah,
it's so true.
I mean, there's levels to cheating. You know what I mean? Like if you tell me, okay, so this is what I mean by it. So if you go out with your boys, right, and you get drunk, and we've all been, I'll say some of us, I don't know if you all drink, but I've been drunk, okay? And if you tell me like, baby, oh my God, I woke up, I had the condom on, I couldn't remember, but okay, now, yes, I'm going to be pissed off. Yes, you're sleeping on the couch. Yes, I'm not going to talk to you for a while, but am I going to break up with you? No.
Yes.
I woke up with a condom on. I don't know. I don't remember anything. I love you.
I just respect the fact that he told me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know.
No. People being honest and telling, you know what? I just accidentally spent the night over her house, and I just,
he told me.
Well, but she did say he was drunk. I mean, now people do get a little bit out of their minds, and when the mood is right and the setting is right, and they've had like way too much to drink, and your judgment is, compromised.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if it's an extreme situation, I mean, I will still be pissed, and we'll just have to figure it out.
Put a Mickey in his drink, and he was under the influence of a Mickey, yes, but him just, I'm sorry. Oh, the condom, right.
And I just woke up with a condom on, baby.
He was respectful. He wore a condom, ladies. Hello.
It's your own. Like, what Autumn can tolerate is different than what Coka can tolerate, and what I can tolerate, what Angela is willing to tolerate, and so it's like I'm never gonna judge anyone's relationship,
exactly.
Because maybe like that's just it's too much. You know what I mean? Say,
it's true.
Oh, you should have broke up with him. Oh, you shouldn't have accepted him back.
You gotta do what's best for you, but don't settle.
Yeah.
And no one knows the intricacies of that relationship but the two people in it. So guess what, Autumn? To each their own, baby. Do what makes you happy.
I agree. I totally agree with that. I mean, and not in Autumn's case, but in some people's situations, they're in these relationships and they feel a little bit stuck because maybe financially they're not where they used to be or where they want to be or need to be. And they're in a relationship where, okay, well, he might be cheating a little bit, but I can't really say anything. Or, you know what I mean? They might be willing to tolerate a little bit more than they would if they were more independent. So everybody's got their own, their own relationship. But I love that we can weigh in on, how we do it. I mean, when it comes down to self-worth, I think there are levels to that as well. And, because it's easy to say, and I think I even said that when I stopped by the studio yesterday, Autumn. I said something like, Megan, one of the women who was on the chat, the talk show, I said, we hope she gets some self-esteem. Mm-hmm. But now that we're talking this out and I'm thinking about it more, I mean, maybe it's not a self-esteem issue as much as, I mean, different people have their deal breakers. Like maybe for her, just like you said, she's young, maybe all the guys she's been with have cheated and she's just figuring it out along the way. And we all get to do that. For me, I don't have a lot of respect for people who are cheaters, especially serial cheaters.
Now the time goes so fast.
Yeah, the time did go fast.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. We're like way over. I'm like thinking about the next thing I'm going to read up here. This was so good. Thank you so much. I think, Autumn, you're the one who brought this last topic up for us. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And I always love seeing you ladies and talking to you ladies every single week. And I love that we're getting more and more people on the show and commenting freely. So keep doing that. And, this is going to live on our YouTube page and on the Facebook page. So if you didn't get a chance to comment now, you can comment as long as you want and interact with each other if you want. And we absolutely do this for you. So thank you.
Okay,
can we?
Profile picture. I see your new profile pic alert. I see you, Prez, looking good.
Prez is always commenting too, and I love that. He's always got something good to say. Oh, Esham, this was juicy like my chicken. Okay.
I really think.
Oh, Doc says good night, ladies. Until next week.
Isam? Is it Isam?
I don't know. It looks like EA. Oh, maybe it is EAHS. You're right. It's Isam.
Dirk has a question.
Isam.
Dirk wants to know if any of y'all are single.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to say yes. I'm not going to point any fingers at anybody, but we're going to leave you with a yes, Dirk. Yes. And with that, shall we pose? Oh, thank you, Fatima. We love you too. Love you all. Cheers. We're all here today. Cheers, everybody. We have to wait until Nina stops freezing.
Yeah, Nina.
Okay, try one more pose. That's cute, Nina. That's a great freeze frame.
Okay.
I'm trying to act like I'm frozen now. Thank you guys so much. All right, we're going to bring you in one by one, and you can shout out what you've got coming up. I know Nina's been doing all these pranks. Oh, yeah? I'm sorry, Nina?
Isam is really Mache spelled backwards, and she says she is a woman, even though her profile picture is a man. Lord, girl, you trying to confuse us?
No,
I was not ready.
It's so funny because earlier she commented, it was like, I saw a picture of your boo. He's so cute. And I was like, is that a guy? Like, okay,
you're like, you better leave my man alone.
Like, thanks, sir.
Hey, right. That's funny. It's actually Mache. I'm a woman too. Oh, I love that.
Nina, I'm going to send you some Wi-Fi. I'm sending you Wi-Fi in the mail.
But we're still praying for yours in the meantime. So Nina, with bad Wi-Fi and all, we're going to bring you in first. And you've got to tell us about this cool new feature that you and Frank are doing with the pranks or the ride or die.
Okay.
Go for it, Nina.
I hope I'm not frozen, but I'm going to say this real quickly. So Frank Ski and I, we're going to be starting a new feature called Ride or Die coming up in a couple of weeks, where you get to see if your loved one, whether it's your spouse, your sibling, your parent, your best friend, your coworker, is a ride or die. So we're going to put it to the test, their love and their loyalty. If you want to be a part of this new feature, email us at frankskishow@WHUR.com or hit me on Instagram in the DM at Panina Brown. And don't forget to listen to us every day from 3 to 7. Love y'all.
Love you too, Nina. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. They ended up getting our general manager yesterday. It was hilarious. So yeah, make sure that you contact them and get in on it. All right, Autumn Joy. Well, you've got so many things going on your show. Shout it out.
Well, hi, my name is Autumn Joy Stribling. No, hey guys.
Yes.
Wow, yeah, we've got a lot going on. Wow. Okay. So, yes, Friday, we got our live squad lit mix with my girl, DJ Farrah Flosset. Make sure you tune in. Also, we are still giving away $75 Giant Food gift cards every single day in the 12 o'clock hour. Rock out with your midday love. Just say my phrase and you got it. Follow me on social media at Autumn Joy with an I live. Bye.
Bye. Oh, make sure you check it out too. That mix is so wonderful. It is so awesome. And make sure you're listening, and you can win all kinds of things just by listening to the radio. And Coka-Lani, girl, versus and your face off kick the whole thing off. So what you got?
Hey everybody, I'm so excited, and I'm trying to get a gift card from Autumn Joy, so I'm going to be listening at 12:20. Hey Autumn! All right, anyway, make sure you check me out this Saturday from 12 to 5, and don't forget we have the 4 p.m. face-off. Then last week we ended our 2-part. Did you see the Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley Brothers on Sunday night? Anyway, this Saturday we have another fabulous face-off. Usher facing off Neo. It's going to be fabulous, so who are you going to root for? Make sure you call and vote at 4 o'clock, and follow me on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Coka-Lani. That's Cokalani. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, Coka-Lani. Wow, that's going to be crazy. What a good face-off. I can't wait for that one. I'm not even sure who I'm going to vote for yet, but I'll weigh in. I'll wait until Saturday. Well, thank you so much for joining us. This was so amazing. And as I said, more and more people are learning about this show, and it's all thanks to you. I'm sure you're telling your friends, and I love that you're here every Wednesday night at 9 o'clock, and I love that you're weighing in, that your comments. That's the whole reason we do it. In fact, almost every night of the week, WHUR is bringing you something. It's our HUR at Home feature, and you know what? You know how on Facebook they show you your memories? I just got the Brian McKnight memory, which means we just started this 1 year ago. We've been doing this for 1 whole year. So thank you for making it amazing. And we still have a long way to go. So let's just keep it up. In fact, I'm inviting you to hang out with me tomorrow night, right here at 9 o'clock, because I get to go one-on-one with the one and only talented Leela James. I love that woman's grovelly, bluesy voice. She is so amazing. So you get a chance to talk to her. Again, we're doing this all for you. So whatever you want to learn from her, whatever you want to know about her musical career, whatever you want to ask her or tell her, it's your opportunity, because as you know, I will be reading all the comments. So I'll see you tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. My show is Pillow Talk with Angela, right after Manzi Pullen and the Original Quiet Storm on Sunday nights. And I love that you're always there. And yeah, just make sure you keep making us number one. Thank you for keeping us number one. 96.3 WHUR. Sounds like Washington. Have a good